All right, my friends, welcome to practice today where we work on the standing balance bird of paradise pose. Find a cross-legged comfortable seat and ground here. Feel the earth beneath you and start to elongate your breathing. Remember that we're working towards a peak pose, but a peak pose doesn't make us better or more accomplished people than we were before we did it. And an advanced pose does not mean advanced health. So do it for the fun and the feeling of accomplishment. Raise your arms straight out to the side. Really feel like you're reaching towards two ends here. And start to move one thumb forward and one thumb backwards, alternating between the sides. Again, wringing those shoulders out, starting to get some movement in there. Go at your pace and remember that long inhales and exhales. Twisting in your shoulders, maybe looking from side to side, get neck in there too. Move your arms to goal post and squeeze your shoulder blades together as you twist from side to side using your obliques. Keep your ribs in here. Warm those muscles up. Inhale, raise your arms up above you, shoulders to ears. Really straight arms here, maybe Kali Mudra, all the fingers but the first interlaced. Push from the sides of your shoulders and your lats. Bend at the elbows and keep on reaching those shoulders up towards the ears. Ribs in. With your breath, you feel the shoulders and armpit elongating. Keep one hand behind your head and let the other one go down to the mat. Open up the one side of your chest and armpit here. Ribs are still knitting in, so you get that stretch of the shoulder. Push your back of your head into your hand. Breathe. Switching sides. Let the breath deepen the pose. Open up. Get both hands back behind your head. Push your back of your head into them. Open up your chest and take a deep breath in before you exhale and round your back. Head down towards the floor. Open up, squeeze shoulder blades together. Get up, inhale, open chest, and round back down. Exhale. Next time you come up, big inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades together and stay here, pulsing your shoulders back. Use your elbows here to really feel your upper back working. Hear the shoulders relax. Again, straighten the arms up, reach up, take a breath in, and then let the arms fall down to the mat. Mindfully move into tabletop position and get your left leg straight out behind you, tucking that bottom foot, moving your hips back so that your weight is on your bottom foot. With a straight leg, lift the left one up and then rotate externally to the side. This is a short practice, so we need to warm up everywhere we can. Move towards these two poses and keep the leg lifted. Getting back higher, pulse up with a straight leg. Feel the glute and the hamstring working here. Ribs in. Staying higher up on that bottom knee, extend your leg to the side. So the same movement, just to the side. So we're higher now, really using the side glute. Go between backwards and sideways. Maybe you look at your leg as it goes out to the side with a pointed foot, and then move it to the top of the mat into a lunge position. Ground here into a 90-degree position in both legs, so it's not the deepest lunge. Engage your bottom abs here and your back glute. Back to those goalpost arms, we twist just like we did before, using your obliques from one side to another. Lower body stays perfectly still. From side to side. Hands go down inside of that front foot. Heel toe your left foot out to the side, getting your back knee further back. We're going into lizard. Move around here. Stay high and move your hips until you find a position where you feel it loosen up a little bit. Option to take your elbows down. Feel your bent leg working your hip and your thigh. And to get even more muscle activation, take your hand to that knee and push your knee into your hand and your hand into your knee, both from the inside and the outside, alternating. Release the knee and move your back leg back, your front foot forward. Let your hips sink down, but engage your lower abs as you raise your arms up above you. Push your hips forward, low lunge. It can help to tuck the back toes here to really feel that back glute engage. Reach straight arms up, shoulders to your ears. Feel the length in your back and the melting of your hips downwards. Let your arms rest and get that left shoulder inside of your left knee, as close to it as you can, and we'll work the bind. Internally rotate that arm, meaning the thumb goes backwards and underneath the leg. Maybe your right hand goes behind your back and you clasp up at your fingers or at your wrist. Body proportion and flexibility plays a big role here, so there's always the option to use a strap or a towel here to get your hands closer together if you want to work on that bind. Bend into the back knee, straightening your front leg, and move forwards and backwards to loosen up that left leg. Essentially, we're in a bird of paradise on the ground here. Loosening up that leg, feeling the stretch, and mindfully we get back into lunge position. Take a big step to the front of the mat. Ground your feet. Take a breath and lift that right knee into your chest. Push your standing foot into the ground as you feel the length of the rest of your body. Opposing forces here. What we want to feel here is stability in the standing leg. Engage your quads, engage your glutes, push your hips forward, raise your chest up. The stability is what we need to feel when we're balancing in Bird of Paradise later. Slowly release your knee and transition to Warrior 3 with the hands at your heart, taking a big step back into lunge. Into plank, an option to vinyasa. We meet in downward facing dog. From here, keeping your hips high, release your elbows down to the ground into dolphin. Push your armpits towards your knees. And we'll warm the shoulders even more by doing some push-ups here. So straighten your arms onto your hands, get back to elbows and push your head into your hands. Alternating between those two types of push-ups. Elbows down, heads to hands, onto elbows and up to down dog. At your pace. Hips are high, legs engaged. Carefully get back to the mat on all fours, and we'll do the other side. Bend into your left knee, get into your elbows, and straighten that right leg out behind you. Alternating from straight behind you with internally rotated hip to straight out to the side, externally rotating. Keep your hips back and your leg high. Get up onto hands and higher on your knee and keep moving in that same type of motion. Just keeping your leg even higher and bending at the knee until you straighten out when it's at the side. Keep your leg high here, pulsing behind you, feeling the glute and the hamstring working, lower abs in. When you move your leg to the side, maybe you look at your pointed toes to keep it high up there, feeling the side glutes. Slowly moving that right foot forward into lunge, 90-90. Arms to goalpost, really feel the shoulder blades kissing at your back and move from side to side, maybe bringing your gaze with you. The back leg is engaged here too, and feel like as your front heel and your back knee could move towards each other energetically. Release arm to the inside of your front knee. Move your back hip backwards. And move down into lizard pose. Option again to take your elbows down. We'll move into extra engagement of that bent front leg. So take your hand to your knee. Put your knee into your hand and your hand into your knee from both sides. Pushing, pushing. Feel it fatiguing a little bit so that we can straighten it easier later. Tuck in the back foot and move, feel which angle works best for you in lizard here. Lift your upper body and move that front foot further forward and the back knee even more back. Engaging lower abs, engaging your shoulders to lift your arms straight up. Again, melting those hips down and feeling the lift of your upper body. Tucking your back toes can make the engagement of the back leg feel a little bit easier. Try out what works for you. When breathing out, get your hands into the inside of that leg again, and we'll work the bind on the other side. Getting your strap ready if you want it, or get that right hand underneath, your shoulders closed, your knee as you can, maybe clasping behind your back. Can you find some freedom in your upper body here? As you move back, straighten that right leg and bending into it. Slowly loosening up that right leg, stretching it out now so that it feels maybe a little bit more effortless when we do it standing in a while. Release the bind and get some steady footing, moving to the top of the mat. Grounding through your right foot, lift your left knee into your chest. And again, feel that firmness of your standing leg, engaging everything. Straighten it more, push your hips more forward, and raise your chest and the crown of your head up towards the sky. Finding a gaze point can help with the balance. Slowly release your knee and move through Warrior 3. Taking your lifted leg to the back of the mat. Hands down, an option for Vinyasa. And we'll meet again in Downward Facing Dog. Find your breathing here again. And move your hips from side to side. Getting a moment's pause before we move into the final poses. Straight right leg up behind you. Bend at the knee and step that foot silently forwards into lunge. Grounding here, maybe back heel down, and we'll work into that bind again. Feel around here until you find a position that feels okay, that you can keep. And we'll heel toe that back foot in until it's next to the bound one. And in your own way, at your own time, get up to balancing standing. Feel the groundedness of your standing leg. And there's the option to straighten out that right bound leg. Breathe out. Get your feet down. Release your hands. And back to downward facing dog, or if you wish to flow through a vinyasa. So, regardless of how that went for you through that pose, could you practice awareness? Let's move through the other side. Left leg straight up behind you, stepping it to the front of the mat outside of your left hand. Working that shoulder close to your bent knee at a position that suits you. This is something that when you try this pose again, you will find where do you need to keep the bind closer to your knee or closer to your hip. Move around here, and when you're ready, heel toe and step that right foot up towards the left one and lift up. And if you wobble, that's so fine. I do too. Maybe you'll find your balance here and stay where you want to. And again, option to straighten that leg. Breathe, find your balance, and remember, we do this for fun. Mindfully get down again. Release into lunge. And optional vinyasa. From here, in your own way, get down to seated and eventually roll down to lay on your back. You did so well throughout this practice. Please let me know how it felt. Now it's time to relax a little bit, so move your hips from side to side, get a big stretch in. And just to engage one last time after all that stretching, get into bridge here. Really push your hips up, your feet are grounded. Tuck your pelvis a little bit to really use your glutes and your inner thighs. This is the last thing we'll do before you get to relax after this vigorous flow. So keep it up and slowly release it down, release everything, and getting to your Savasana on your back. Let go of the thought of breathing, let go of the thought of performing, doing a pose, or changing anything. And remember what we talked about at the beginning of class, that an advanced pose is, of course, a discipline and something fun and something to work for many different reasons, but it doesn't change the way you are, with your worth, or how good you are at yoga or asana at all. Stay for as long as you have the opportunity for in Shavasana. I'll leave you here. And again, thank you so much for joining me in this short practice towards Birds of Paradise. I'll see you next time. Om Shanti.